So hello, we are here at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona 2012 and I'm visiting Layer 7 and I'm here with Dimitri Sirota, Vice President of Marketing and Alliances. Hi.
Hi there, how are you?
So tell us a little bit what Layer 7 is doing at the Mobile World Congress and how the show is going so far.
Well, outside of some logistical issues, the show is going well. It's our first time at the show, and we're here promoting our API management solution for cloud and mobile operators. So one of the themes, I don't know if you had an opportunity to see the keynote this morning, but one of the themes from AT&T and Vodafone and even China Mobile was fostering developer communities around APIs. And so we have arguably the most robust carrier-grade API management platform that's used by a number of operators around the world, including folks like Savvis, part of CenturyLink, that use us for exposing APIs to partners, a lot of large organizations, as well as developer communities.
Can you define API management solution and what you mean exactly about it?
Sure. So increasingly, traditional network operators, cloud providers want to be able to expose certain capabilities to communities of developers. They could be internal, they could be partner, they could be public. And as an example, how to provision an image in a cloud, or how to get access to certain navigation information, or how to find out if a phone is on or off. So these are all things that you can expose through a programmatic interface. And that programmatic interface needs to be presented to the outside world. And again, the outside world could be a group of partners, it could be public developers in a basement building the new iPhone app. And so when you want to do that as an organization, you're worried about security, obviously. Who gets access to that API? You're worried about the data security. You're worried about things like DOS, denial of service around the API. You're also worried about a lot of management issues, so versioning, monetization, life cycle of the APIs. And so we provide a set of products that we call an API management suite that essentially makes it easy for operators and enterprises to open up certain core application and network information to the outside world without compromising security, all the while being able to do it in a repeatable, manageable way.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about some of your clients and maybe tell us about some use cases there?
Sure. So our clients range. So the majority of our clients are commercial and public sector. Service providers are a growing segment. Within the service provider community, we have clients like FT, we have clients like Swisscom, we have clients like Telstra, Bezeq in Israel, CenturyLink, and so forth. Within the service provider community, that client base is divided between mobile operators and cloud operators. Mm-hmm. And then we also have cable companies that are clients of ours as well. And again, where they use Layer 7 is they want to expose a set of information to the outside, either partner, mobile app, or developer community, and we basically help them do that. So Savvis is an example. Savvis has a private cloud offering where they expose APIs to clients so that the clients could build processes for provisioning services in that private cloud, for managing services in that private cloud. The client, the customer of Savvis uses these APIs. As a follow-on phase, they also want to make these APIs available to public developers to build new and innovative apps over top of the cloud. So that's an example of somebody that uses Layer 7's API management solution. Best Buy similarly is a client of ours, and they were also a speaker here at Mobile Congress this morning. The CEO spoke, and they actually run services in the Amazon cloud, and they run applications in their data center, and they use us as that in-between security and management layer. So the apps in the enterprise or the data center talk to the apps in the Amazon cloud through APIs, and again, we manage that flow of information and ensure that it's secure, repeatable, managed, as an example.
So there's some companies out there like Mastery or Apigee or so, they also have API management solutions. How do you see yourself similar or different than these firms, and do you see them actually as competitors?
Increasingly we are bumping into them. So I think that we each approach the market from a different background. So Mastery, I think, kind of launched the API segment and deserves a considerable amount of credit for really kind of coining the term and popularizing the notion. And I think their claim to fame is they made it very easy for business owners or smaller startups to subscribe, to launch an API management service without buying a lot of infrastructure. So they don't have to have a lot of IT, they don't have to have a lot of expertise. And I think they've had considerable amount of success catering to that startup community and, you know, people that don't necessarily want to go to IT and ask them to acquire this capability. Apogee's kind of followed suit and also has had a lot of success. Our approach is a little bit different and our background's a little bit different. We deal with enterprise customers from a historical perspective. We dealt in the service-oriented architecture world. We dealt with heavy-duty demands by Homeland Security, DoD, those type of customers. And so for us, API management was a natural extension of what we were doing in the SOA space. So we tend to deal with a lot more scalability issues, so customers that are worried about performance, customers that are worried about security, customers that are worried about manageability across multiple data centers. And a lot of our customers want to own the infrastructure. So they're bigger enterprises, they have the know-how internally to own the technology, and they want somebody like us.
So you don't offer it in the cloud?
We offer it in the cloud, but right now it's dedicated.
Yeah.
So it's a dedicated. So we have a number of customers, Chrysler Financial, Carlson Marketing, that run us in the cloud. Department of Transportation, Health and Human Services in the U.S. So you can run us in the cloud. But what we don't do, it's still a heavier set solution. You have a dedicated instance that's run in the cloud. So we don't have the same kind of lightweight. It's more focused on IT buyers. So it deals with issues like how do you integrate with a back-end CA SiteMinder infrastructure or a Tivoli, or how do you deal with back-end MQ services or JMS services. We do all of that back-end integration very, very well. So we tend to do well in POCs that compare us and them. And again, increasingly we are finding ourselves in the same customer scenario. So we would view them as competitors.
Okay. Excellent. So what's next for Layer 7?
Well, you know, I think we want to be able to, right now what we could do better is cater to that business owner. And I think that's where Mastery and Apogee have shown through. So I think launching a service that caters to that, but it would be a service. That's a big focus. And I think some of the industry verticalization. So we've doubled in size over the past year. We now have customers like Adobe and Cisco and, you know, large technology companies and large enterprises and large government agencies. So I think for us also to verticalizing our solutions. So in the carrier area, we've been doing a lot of investments. So here we're at the Cable Lab show, in the Winter Conference, we're at TM Forum. So that's one segment we're focused a lot on. We're investing very heavily in the public sector. They have a lot of the same challenges, but obviously they need very deep security, so we've done a lot of that, and so we're marketing to that segment. We're doing a lot more in the utilities industry with smart grid and the kind of M2M devices that have similar mobile, so we have...
And that's pretty big here at the show, actually.
Yeah, so we have a number of utility customers that we'll be announcing shortly.
Okay.
So again, the verticalization, and then trying to come up with a services-only solution that caters more to the business owners, I think are two big themes for 2012.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.